We're going to talk about Martha Quinn, the queen of the Steve.Perry movement. Coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve.Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve.Perry News.
Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve.Perry News. And now we're talking about Martha Quinn. That's right, you remember her from MTV, right? Remember that channel that used to play videos back in the day? Yeah, you know the one. Back in the 80s, Martha started over there. In 1981, she was one of the first video jockeys over there, talking to everybody from the 80s. If you can think of them, she talked to them. And she did it for years. And she must have been very young back then because, you know, I grew up watching her. And also now she's still playing the music. She's over on 103.7 in San Francisco on iHeart 80s radio. So she's still keeping that going. I've been listening to her. She's great, playing the 80s tunes that I love so much. I know you love them, including Steve.Perry and Journey. And speaking of Steve.Perry, she's a friend of Steve's. And as you saw in the picture, and she promotes Steve all the time on Twitter, especially, and on Facebook, and on the radio and her page over there. And I want to say thank you, Martha, for the shout outs and all the things that you do, especially for Steve.Perry. I mean, she's promoting him nonstop, spreading the news, spreading the love. And like us, she really appreciates the fact that Steve is open and honest with us. And he's going through his healing process with us, and he's telling us about his loss and the hurts he's been through. And I know Martha has said it a bunch of times that means a lot when Steve can open up to us. You know, and when he was going through the therapy sessions and he's doing interviews and talking about it, you know, Martha's even made mention of the fact that when he said, you know, when you're dealing with these hurts, the best way out is to go through it, you know, going through experiencing the after effects of this pain. You know, you keep going, you keep living, and you live for the person that's no longer here, and you express your emotions through these songs. And these songs in this album are phenomenal. Some, like I said, they think it's they're too slow, they're not upbeat enough, or maybe they're too sad, I don't know. But when you understand where Steve's coming through, they're not all sad. They're really awesome and put together very well lyrically, and the music is great, and the vocals, the harmonies, everything you can think of. And to me, the best solo album that Steve has ever done, in my opinion. I can't get enough of them, and especially on the 5 bonus songs are totally cool. And I'm a big fan of Easy to Love, as I've said. And I want to tell you, go out and buy this album and help make it #1, because it's going up every day. It's topping the charts. And like I said, Martha Quinn is a big fan and a big reason that Steve.Perry is being heard of out there again, because she's promoting him all the time. And she, along with you and me, we're going to help this album go to #1, because that's what it deserves. So keep promoting it. Keep telling everybody about it. And Martha now has dubbed us, Steve.Perry fans and you Steve.Perry fans, the Steve.Perry Army. So now we're the army, and we keep marching to the beat of Steve.Perry's music, and we keep going strong until we get that #1 album, right, Steve, and that Grammy. And we're still here. And we're still believing in you, Steve. But thank you so much, Martha, for all that you do, and all the encouragement, and all the positive feedback, and all the things you say that's good about Steve.Perry, and all the information you supply us with all the time. Thank you so much, Martha. And thank you, Steve.Perry Army. Hey, don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.